What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and the Jets aren't quite done yet. They walk away with a 4-0 victory over the Dallas Stars at home after falling down 3-1 in the series. The Jets came into this one losing back-to-back games, both on the road. Both did not look like the Winnipeg Jets that we're used to seeing at home. They still have yet to win a game on the road, but they returned to Winnipeg for Game 5. They had a very good start to this one. They got on Dallas early. They weren't really allowing much offense whatsoever, and they were getting everything on goal on Ottinger. High danger chances, they had a power play, but they could not score in that first period. And, leaving that first, it kind of felt like Ottinger kept the Stars, at 0-0. It felt like he was the reason. And I was a little bit worried that this Jets team would kind of, start to sag a little bit, start to think, okay, well, maybe, we just can't beat this guy. Maybe we're just going to be getting goalied today, and, maybe the Stars would get one through Hellebuck, and then, things would go downhill from there. But that didn't happen. The Jets actually were the first ones on the board today. They weren't able to beat Ottinger clean, like all game, high-end chances, and it's actually going to be a pool shot by Mark Scheifele off of Thomas Harley and into the net. So that's perfect. We've seen a few of those go in. Nick Ehlers scoring some funky ones, off the boot and in. And, Mark Scheifele takes a page from Ehlers' book and makes it 1-0. A massive goal for Winnipeg here in the second period. After all that momentum that they built up the whole game, they're finally able to get one past Ottinger. And you could just see their confidence rise after that one. Later on in the second, Scheifele going to the net, and it does bounce off of him, does go in the net. However, it was, punched in with his hand. That one is not a goal, right? He obviously, directed that one in with his hand. Not the same as the Game 3 problem with the kick. I still don't think that was a goal, but whatever. It's 1-0 Winnipeg, and we're heading into the third period. The Jets would get blessed with a 5-on-3, and the power play really came to life today. Ehlers is going to be the one scoring here down low. The Stars are used to trying to cut off that Gabe Vilardi pass there in tight. They're, locking up Vilardi, but they leave Ehlers alone with a ton of room. Slides it to the left corner there. 2-0 Winnipeg, scoring on the power play. It kind of feels like the Jets are firing on all cylinders here. This is the team that we were used to seeing in the regular season. They looked really good here, and they kept the momentum moving there in the third. The Jets head back to the power play about 10 minutes later in this one, and Vladdy the Baddie, are you kidding me? Going bar down on Ottinger. Floodgates are open here. Jets taking full advantage. The road is on. Game 5, must-win game. They're looking really good with under 10 to go. Vlad makes it 3-0 Winnipeg. And then we get some rough stuff. Jamie Benn going after Mark Scheifele. Scheifele earlier in this game speared him pretty good, so I'm sure that's what that was about. And then Benn with a crazy left hook on Mark Scheifele. Knocks Scheifele down, knocks the linesman down. Scheifele would be okay. Ben would take a 10-minute misconduct. His night would be over. Scheifele was incensed after this. He was pissed, rightfully so. I wonder if there'll be any discipline on Ben. I'm guessing probably not. I don't know. I saw a lot of people talking about that. The way the playoffs have been going, you have to commit a pretty crazy murder to get even, a one-game suspension, as we've seen, league-wide. So I don't think anything's going to happen to Jamie Benn, but, 10-minute misconduct was definitely, warranted there. And, somehow, out of this, the Jets actually went shorthanded. Dallas would not score, but it was just bizarre that the Jets somehow ended up with the penalty there. But it wouldn't matter. Jets kill it off. Late in the game here, Nick Ehlers will find the empty net after beating out the Dallas defense to go put it home, putting this one on ice. His second of the game, fifth of the playoffs. It's got to be tough if you're a Nick Ehlers hater right now, because the guy is, really their best player. I thought he was their best player in Dallas. Despite the losses, I thought he looked incredible, especially in Game 4. Game 5, he was the best forward out there, probably the best skater out there. And, Jets cap it off. 4-0 win. Connor Hellebuck picks up yet another shutout on the campaign. It's been a really up and down series for him. When he's been on, he's been on. But now the task becomes having to win on the road, something the Jets have not done at all this playoffs, right? So They're going to have to slay that demon to force a Game 7, but they win today, and, you know, they earn the right to go back to Dallas. I was very impressed with this win. If they play that way, you know, in Dallas, I don't think that they've got much of a problem heading to Game 7. I think, you know, we could be in for quite the show. But Game 6, on the road, biggest challenge the Jets have faced yet, you know, this season, and they're going to have to overcome it if they want any chance at advancing to the third round. In the playoffs, line matching is so important, right? Home team has the last change, and it's been, you know, the ultimate chess match throughout this series between DeBoer and Arneal. But when Arneal is on the road, the Jets have shown that they, you know, are getting outcoached, you know, just in that aspect. And it didn't seem like in Dallas Arneal really had any ideas of what to do and how to stop Mikko Rantanen, how to stop this Dallas power play, right? How to stop them from coming downhill. And, you know, that's got to change. If you're going to win Game 6, you don't think the Stars are going to come out hungry Game 6, right? They're going to come out hard. This is a very good team, as we've seen, and the Jets are going to have to limit the damage in Game 6. They're going to have to weather that storm early on. Dallas wants to close it out. They're going to have their fans behind them, and they're going to have last change. This is a giant task for Winnipeg, but if the Jets want to win, they have to be up for it, and Scott Arneal has to coach his best game that he's ever coached. So whatever adjustments that he feels need to be done, you know, to succeed on the road, they have to be done now, or it's really going to be, you know, really now or never. So we'll see, but I do have some confidence heading into Game 6. They've put the pressure on Dallas now. The Jets looked free. They looked like they were playing with, you know, definitely some urgency in Game 5, but a little bit more free, a little bit of that, you know, what do we got to lose attitude, and that's what they need in Game 6 as well if they're going to be successful. But the Jets are due for a road game. I say they do it. Now, the Big Ol' Shining Star Award today, I would give it to Nick Ehlers, but I gave it to him last video. I have to give it to Connor Hellebuyck. All the noise that he's been facing, all of, you know, the hate, everything that this guy's been going through, and he comes back home, got the crowd chanting MVP at him, and he comes through with a 22 save shutout, 4-0 win, coming up big when the Jets needed him most. Dallas did have some great chances, and he stood on his head when he needed to. Didn't face a ton of shots, just the 22, but he outdueled Ottinger in the end. He's going to have to do it going forward, and he's going to have to really be on his game on the road. Dallas is going to make life hard. The Jets have to limit it, and Connor Hellebuyck, when he's going to face these, you know, big-time grade A chances, he needs to perform like he did tonight. Doesn't have to be absolutely 100% perfect and get a shutout, but I do think that he needs to be this version of Connor Hellebuyck rather than, you know, the goaltender that we've seen on the road so far these playoffs. Like the signs say, we believe, I believe, do you believe? Let me know in the comments down below how you guys are feeling right now, Jets fans. You know, I don't know if it's cope, I don't know if it's hope, but I just feel like they're really due to pick up a road win in these playoffs. I feel like, you know, everything that they've done this season, it would be a shame if it was overshadowed by not being able to win on the road. And I just feel like I said before, that they are due. And I believe in this team. I think they got a good shot Saturday night. I'm saying the Jets do it and force a Game 7 and earn the right to go back home. And, you know, just duel it out. Winner goes to the third round to play the Oilers. I think it would be a lot of fun. But with all that said, guys, I am out of here. Leave a comment down below what you guys think. As always, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Go Jets, go. Bye-bye.